Hey everybody, it's Dominic here, back once again. A bit of a different video, probably one of the most unique videos I will ever have on this channel. Of course, I think it's clear to say for legal ramifications. I'm not a lawyer. This is just me giving my opinion out there, giving some insight on what I see. I've seen a lot of things throughout my time on YouTube, growing up as a kid making content for YouTube, then transitioning to actually being able to monetize my videos and get some revenue off of it. And ultimately, for YouTube, there's even this reality to it that if it wasn't for the opportunities presented and the friendships, people along the way, the monetization, whether it be through Super Chat or AdSense, MCNs such as Freedom Network, I would never have the opportunity to go and be reunited with my brother. So I'm very, very grateful in that regard, and I've lived through the apocalypse, the shifting of algorithms multiple times. But here is something that actually horrifies me, like deep down inside. And I don't even post like an insane amount of content that you would say is kid friendly. I can say it because my brother doesn't even like watch a majority of my videos, so I'm like, yeah, it's not appealing in the slightest, mostly. So, and of course I'll have my friends who love to curse. I thought about, before recording this, having a little skit similar to Degeneration X back in the 90s of, I think it was like also to the FTC, saying words that they would and wouldn't say between certain hours, but I wanted to keep it more serious. And so let's talk about COPPA, which is the Children's Online Private Protection Act. Oddly enough, it came out in, I believe it's July 17th or June 17th, just 2 days before I was born in 1998. So I am a kid that essentially COPPA wanted to protect, and I'm now part of the generation that could be destroying me, essentially. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully not. Hopefully this is just just this too shall pass, essentially. Um, I don't really know where to begin with this. So we'll kind of just run through just brief notes here. Basically, YouTube was under hot water, paying, I think they paid $170 million to the FTC because they violated COPPA laws, and they were going through and collecting data of minors with children under the age of 13. It's a key thing there, that definitive age right there. Which even then, I don't know how you would say like people under 18 are still under adults, so under 13. So it's take it there. How could this shift at any moment for the age? You know, but with that out of the way, YouTube got in some hot water, had to pay a nice little fine for that, and then more and more digging went through, and it's like, well, let's see about the content creators and the stuff they've put out. And to make things short, basically come December 2nd, December 3rd, they will start hammering the channels for stuff that is kid friendly or not kid friendly, and then come January is going to be, I think, the big one, we will see everything pretty much explode. I think things will start kicking off in December, sadly, and then right after Christmas, everybody will hopefully it'll be okay. Hopefully things will just pass and this will all get worked out. I know, I believe it's December 7th or December 9th. They have extended the hearing so you can give your thoughts on it. I am going to include it down below. I'm not crazy about change.org, so I've never been that crazy about them. But I'll leave a link down below to a change.org that I found is actually pretty important on the subject matter, and some places where you can give your voices to be heard on the regulation here on COPPA and how it's going to be dealing with YouTubers. Now, in that regard, for my opinion here is that I'm a channel who very much diversifies. For people who work on one genre, I feel like my heart goes out to you guys, because you guys might have your entire careers destroyed essentially, and that just utterly sucks. The honest way to put it. It's unfair. Um, and there's a very weird borderline of like, what's the difference between someone my age or older collecting things from their childhood, but then what is, an item from a person in their 30s of like Thundercats or something, or Bionicles, compared to something from like modern day kids and what they would enjoy, like, I don't know, like Legos. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, even adults like Legos. So it's like, how would you define that? If there's like cursing in the video, how would you define that? Because I'll look at stuff like Minecraft, for instance, something I've put out for the last 3 years, and then look at my channel where there's over 1,000, 2,000 some videos. So it's like going through each individual one. Is the automated bot gonna detect that? I've gone through and, like, for instance, videos where like Bolton's involved. I'm like, oh, it's like kids content there. Of course, I'm not cussing at all. It's Minecraft, Fortnite. But then I'll see like Minecraft videos where I've done them with Haig and there's cussing involved and we're just having a great time. So it's like, where the vagueness of the subject really hurts. I will say that, especially for channels who go back years, years and years, and have so much content, and maybe they've even changed their content completely. Gone from maybe doing gameplay to skits to podcast, and then it's, how would you define that? The utter vagueness of the situation, I think, is what worries me there. Everything else has kind of hit hard, hit fast, and then you kind of saw if you survived at the end, such as like apocalypses and stuff like that. Where this is like, you have like a head, like a warning, basically an advisory coming up, and you know it's like a big exam, and you're like preparing for it the best you can, but you just don't know how to tackle it. You just gotta jump in head first, and I think that's like honestly the best way to put it in this subject matter. Now, I clearly am not making a living in a mansion, buying cars, buying stuff done right. Like I said, my YouTube ad revenue has gone to seeing my little brother and buying a pizza here and there. I don't make anything fancy off of YouTube, but the very little I have is impactful, very deeply. YouTubers who have a Patreon, I really hope they're blowing up right now. I see a lot of YouTubers will be needing stuff like Patreon. Even YouTube offers like channel membership, and I have, gratefully, people like Cap, Flash, Tico, all channel members. I don't think I'm leaving off anyone. If I am, I'm greatly sorry. But like that helps out tremendously. Aside from just all the other ways for YouTubers, like I said before, with Super Chat, to make extra monetary revenue, selling shirts, stuff like that. But to go full circle on this COPPA thing here, I really don't know, guys. The level of dedication to be a YouTuber in 2019 going to 2020, you have to be extremely dedicated to this thing. You have to be all in, essentially. Sad there to make the pun, I'm sorry, but as more and more people shift away or get discouraged from making content, I also worry, because I use my channel as a way for archiving great memories. My channel trailer, the first thing you see on my channel is, me surprising my brother at the airport and saying never letting go. It's like, is that something that's just going to be deleted? Is that gonna be like dark? Like, our channel's gonna be deleted, or are they gonna stuff gonna be unlisted, privated? Because I have so many great memories from this channel alone for the last going on almost 4 years now, and to see it like get Thanos snapped, it would just be a grave misfortune there. I wish there was more I could give in terms of an opinion or on the subject matter, but I just wanted to give my story out there on my YouTube journey, and hopefully it does not end here. More great videos, more positive videos, more insightful ones, hopefully. This one I didn't want to be very emotional, very driven or drawn out, because I don't think all the facts are out there. Like I said, it's a very subjective, and I'm not the person to be subjective on it. It's going to be, at the end of the day, probably FTC, COPPA laws, YouTube also, the automated systems. Those are the ones that are going to be really taking into account things. But we will have to see what happens there, everybody. Give me your thoughts, of course. You guys, are you worried about this for, if you're making content, or for your favorite creators? Like I said, a big thing is like discouragement. There is no, in my opinion, still, there is no major alternative than YouTube when it comes to a video uploading platform. I still stand by, at this point, that YouTube for me is about making great memories and being able to have those great memories come back. I'm all for it, and I don't want the good times to end. I want to keep on rolling, and everyone, this too hopefully shall pass. So with that being said, everybody, I hope you have a good day, and we'll see you guys next time on something way better than this video. Peace out.